Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So while you're watching this, we're actually in Steamboat Springs, Colorado at the Explorist Life Solar Summit. So we wanted to give you a little something to entertain yourselves because we know you'll miss us while we're gone. But don't worry, we'll be back soon trying to figure out some crazy new things to break so that we can give you some content. Today's little episode is a little fun. You want to tell the story?
The mystery of where the rotten egg smell is coming from.
It's deep stuff. You ever feel like Sherlock Holmes when you own an RV, guys, and you're like, what's that smell? Where is that smell? How is that smell? Oh my God, is that me? You know, so we've been going around and, we've replaced our water heater, we replaced the anode rod, that was all stuff that needed to be done, and then we realized, okay, well, we still have the smell. Come to find out, we have a magnesium rod, so we went ahead and I ordered the aluminum with zinc anode rod. Still there. Only happens when we run the shower. Okay, not when we run any of our stuff. So, one day I noticed, and now we're gonna take a field trip. Now we'll take a little field trip and we will do some exploratory surgery here. So let me get my little light. So the first one we noticed that we had funny smells coming from was back when we were doing our water heater, if you remember that from our prior videos. If not, you can go check it out. But back in the back corner, right there, you can see we have a cap, and that cap is basically a check valve for bad smells. It also helps the water drain more cleanly and all of that good stuff.
Air ventilation for the pipes.
Exactly what she said. So I went ahead and I replaced that one. We noticed the smell was still there. So then I said, well, okay, well let's check this sink over here because we would smell it kind of in this area. So, come check under here, and sure enough, here's one right over here, all the way up in that corner, so we went ahead and replaced that. You'd think that'd fix it, right? No, didn't fix it. So, on to the next adventure, when we went out and did the EG4 system, which you should definitely watch on the channel, I noticed that there was another one out here. And this one I found purely by accident by smacking my head, because I'm so tall, I smacked my head on our system. So right up here, this pipe right here is our shower. And it runs right here, and it comes down the back. And she's gonna have the fun with the stuff. I will hand her the light and the camera. Take one with one. Take the light, and then she will take the camera and stick it around the corner, and you'll see another one. It's right over here.
Oh, I gotta get in there a little more. The wheel is still in the way. Just have to... There it is.
So,
sorry.
Now that one was all sorts
right
of...
there.
That one was all sorts of fun, folks, because that one actually broke off and I had to chip it out. So that one wasn't very, very much fun. And I just hit my tally head again.
Always. Almost always.
So you would think by this point, okay, we've replaced 3 vents. Smell should be gone, right? No. Now we can watch her struggle to get this back on.
Well, this is... Hang on. Okay.
So all you have to do is twist this like this at an angle, and then push. Hang on here. Hang on. Stop pulling. Here we go.
Oops.
You're touching stuff.
Yes, I am. Hang on.
That's fine. You didn't change any settings. You're fine.
Okay.
It's probably just the stuff that it's reading. It went to like Chinese or Russian or something like that. Not that big a deal. Okay. So Julia can edit that little What did you do now? What did you do?
Something fell in here.
Or something in there fell, and it fell on the floor inside the RV.
It sounded like it was in here.
Well, yeah, the floor is right above your head. See, I leave her alone and she breaks stuff. See, it's like one simple little equation. Okay, so as of this point, you would be thinking, okay, they had to have solved the problem, right? Right? No. So, smell's still there. We changed the anode rod today, again, to an aluminum zinc.
September 4th.
September 4th. So this has now been going on pretty much the whole time we've owned the rig. So about 4 months we've been tracking it down, getting a little better. And it smelled like something died in here today when we turned on the shower.
It smelled like a porta-john that had been sitting in the summer sun for several hours.
Exactly. So I decided to go, old school bloodhound and start walking around. And then we come to this. Now, I don't know if you remember us building this out, but this pantry used to be the washer and dryer. So what do you think I found when I started pulling things out? One, I found the smell real quick. Like real quick. So, right back here, look. Now that is not a vent. That is actually the drain hole for the washer to evacuate the wastewater into the gray tank. But right down here is another vent. So we went back to Lowe's today for the 4th time to buy 2 more vents. And lo and behold, we ran the shower and
Bum, ba, bum.
no more problems. So we thought,
Stink be gone.
yes, we thought there was an algae colony or bacterial colony growing in the pipe somewhere. I had put liquefied gray tank stuff and black tank stuff and everything imaginable into the different drains to try and get rid of it. None of that stuff worked. So folks, if you have a rig that has that smell, okay, those vents wear out. So you need to make sure you replace them. You can get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're like $10 a piece. So anywhere you have a sink or a shower or laundry, you're going to have one of those somewhere. It might be under the bay like ours was or somewhere else. So make sure you check them all. And if you take your washer and dryer out, make sure you cap the hole or put a vent on it like we did.
Yeah.
So don't be like us and spend 4 months trying to chase down a problem. Just take a look. Or, now that we've learned the lesson, you could call our business and we'll come take care of it for you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.